Hey everyone, can you smell that? It's that same scent I got a while back in another video. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's definitely the scent of desperation. I recognize it. I've seen it so many times over the course of my life that it has a very distinct scent. It has a very distinct smell. And it's all about this whole Facebook, Cambridge Analytical fucking, this debacle, all this sensationalization about the fact that the Trump fucking campaign. I mean, think about it. I mean, you just think about this for a minute. They've gone for almost a year straight putting forth and presenting, oh, Trump won. It was them damn Russians and the Russian bots and all these Russian propagandas. Oh, that's what it was. It was the Russians, goddammit. No, it was definitely the fucking Russians. Fucking Russians. How dare you, Russians? The Red Scare, right? Oh, rah, 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 rah. Trump won because of the Russians. Yeah, da, 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 da. But now it's all of a sudden, well, I guess we've been hammering away at that narrative for almost a year and nobody seems to be falling for the bullshit. Nobody seems to be changing their minds or opinions much based on our rhetoric. So, hey, let's pivot to another story. Now it's, ooh, Cambridge Analytica. Ooh, this company that somehow used Facebook surveys or quiz or whatever. And then because of the fact they used whatever, what was it, 238 or 280,000 or whatever people. Well, yeah, of course, all your friends list. If you give information, this is the thing, all you people that fucking do these stupid quizzes and shit. I've tried to warn a couple times, but I gave up long ago. It's like, yeah, they're fucking doing a psychological evaluation on you, dumbasses. But you all seem to be willing to, oh yeah, let's do it anyways, right? Yeah, I want to answer this question so I can virtue signal my fucking, I don't know what, my leftism, my rightism, or whatever the fuck to someone else. But yeah, of course, social media and, well, I mean, that's another thing. Snowden revelations. Hello, folks. Yeah, they're collecting it all, right? So, it's not the social media platforms, at least the social media platforms, you've entered into that fucking thing voluntarily. The government snooping, sniffing, and collecting all that data, all that information that you're putting out there, they didn't ask your permission. They didn't even give a pretense that they were looking on your information. And if it wasn't for the Snowden revelations, you wouldn't have even known that your governments have been fucking with you. And look at the Obama campaign. Actually, I'll get to all this in this video, but yeah, I'm a little excited because holy fuck, this is just insane. I can't believe that people are getting away with putting forth this kind of rhetoric. The Obama campaign, the liberals. I mean, holy fuck, this little pink-haired piece of shit. Does he look like a right-winger? This whistleblower dude? No, you know damn well he's one of these leftist dipshits and is like, he was more than willing to sell his soul out to the leftist devil. And even his company, they dared to sell a little bit to the fucking Trump campaign, some of that information. But all of a sudden, that's a controversial thing, is it? Well, it wasn't during all of fucking Obama. I mean, Obama just, I'll share a Fortune magazine editorial or an article that will basically explain to you that Obama, the whole Obama campaign and how he becomes so successful online and what helped him become the president of the United States for fucking 2 terms was all this social network and this online activism and using big data as a means to an end. But everyone was cool with that, right? These leftists, like this just goes to show who these people are. A bunch of fucking hypocrites, right? Because they didn't have no problem with it when it was being done by anyone. They if it's someone part of their tribe, oh, fuck with anybody as much as you want. And then you see like Antifa and all these dipshits. You can fuck with people on a daily, ongoing basis. Hey, even fuck with our education system. Right? People that have to spend a tremendous amount of money. Oh, you can fuck with all that, but oh, Lord forbid. And I'm not even fucking a big defender of Trump anymore because that guy's pissing me off on a daily basis too. But I mean, come on. To pretend that this Cambridge Analytica sharing some of your fucking social online media data with others to help them better target their political ads? What the fuck? You really didn't expect that was happening? Or I guess a lot of you out there, well, not the people that would be watching these videos, but if you share it, they'll hear it too. But I guess these dipshits are like, oh, well, that's not fair because now they're winning. And that's what it comes down to. Let's just be honest here, folks. What it really has come down to today is I don't know, you want to call them the right-wingers, although I don't like to identify with any of these fucking dipshits because that means I want to play politics, and I hate fucking politics. Let me just tell you that first and foremost. I'm all about philosophy and truth and objectivism and reason and fucking science and things that matter most. Fuck politics. To me, that's just that race of the lowest common denominator. That's like watching a fucking Jerry Springer show and pretending like, oh, no, am I defending the fucking dipshit that's fucking beating the wife, or am I the fucking wife that's fucking oppressed, right? It's just fuck all of that shit, man. Step back from the politics, all right? Because that has its own nasty funk, its own nasty stench. But the truth of the matter is, as I've said time and time again, and I'll share all these articles. There'll be about 4 or 5 of them that I'll share in this video. So you can read all through it and you'll see what I'm talking about, okay? But nobody gave a fuck when social media was used for leftism or the leftist ideology or collectivism. Oh, that's totally cool. Totally fucking cool. But as soon as somebody beats them at their own game, which is what you're seeing today, every time, hey, you leftists, what your problem with you collectivists, all right? No matter what game you implement, no matter what game you create, there's always going to be someone come along that'll be able to kick your ass and beat you at your own game. And what it is you fucking dipshits hate the fact that there are people better than you. That's that envy, that's that fucking resentment. That is literally the representation of leftism and collectivism. Let's hate on anyone that's better than us. It's not that they care about people that's lesser than them, because they really don't give a fuck about that. The people that they perceive as lesser than them, they just want to manipulate, distort, and fucking wholly subjugate you to their ideology because they're like, oh, these people will fall for it. But the people that won't, people like myself, oh, they fucking hate us. They resent us. They loathe us. Just not because we do anything against them, just by the sheer fact that if we play their games, we'll kick their ass every single fucking time. Metaphorically speaking here, folks, disclaimer included, right? Fucking dipshits. Wouldn't want anyone to think I'm trying to, advocate for physical violence, although let me tell you, I don't advocate for it. But yeah, somebody brings it to me, oh, you're going to get it back in spades. And just like in the metaphorical sense, in the physical sense, you bring violence to me, you're going to get it back, and you're not going to like what you're going to get in return. This is what I don't care if you call yourself a libertarian, a classical liberal, a conservative, whatever the fuck, independent. This is the message we all have to really start sending today, because these fuckers feel way too emboldened at this point, at this stage, okay? We got to send them the message that, yeah, you want to knuckle under, you want to go toe-to-toe, you want to make fucking shit really happen, let's go. Let's go. I don't care what kind of fucking shit you want to put forth or present. Let's go. We're going to go toe-to-toe. Whether it's physically, mentally, sociologically, psychologically, anything, whatever you want to do, let's go. Because I guarantee we've got people, and I'm one of them, that will challenge you on every fucking level. And at the end of the time, at the end of the game, at the end of the challenge, there will be a clear winner, and there will be a very fucking clear loser. And I guarantee you, I've lost, yep, but my losses has made me much more resilient. I didn't let it beat me down, it made me stronger. Leftists, they let lose and beat them down. Well, okay, come at me then, because I'll show you. I'll show you the difference between someone that uses ideology as a means to suppress people and those who have self-confidence and courage and convictions by the sheer fact that, hey, even when someone beat me down, I've shown time and time again that I'm just like that old back in the day with the sand at the bottom of the fucking little rubber thing that you used to punch and knock it over. Yeah, I'll bounce right the fuck back, man. I'm bouncing back, and I'm going to fucking, not only will I bounce back, but be careful when I bounce back. Be careful for that ricochet, because I might knock you the fuck over in the meantime. Anyways, I'm going to show just yeah, I know. Yeah, big time rant in this video, right? I'm just going to go through a few articles real quick. Headline, National Post. Andrew Coyne. The pessimists might be right. Social media may have plunged us into a new dark age. Even as I write, I am conscious of a contrarian knee-jerking. Surely this is another in a long list of moral panics that have arisen through the centuries, only to recede. Well, actually, you're right in the secondary aspect of this, but I guess that headline article, right? That headline, the big one, the bold writing, that has to be the dominant premise of your article, does it, right? Listen, Andrew, Social media, it's just a platform, it's just a tool, right? So don't blame the platform or the tool, blame the fucking people, blame the psychology, blame the culture, you dumbass, right? And blame, actually, you know what you could do properly? Blame the individuals that are propagating the bullshit that have created this nastiness, that have created this division. That's really where you should focus your attention. Anyway, moving on. Next one. Of course, CBC News Politics. Hello. Facebook breach assigned Canadian laws need revamp. Privacy Commissioner. Political parties are not currently covered under certain privacy laws. I want to point this out. Actually, that was another reason why I included this into my video is political parties aren't covered under your privacy laws, things where you think that, oh, well, they won't share my data. Well, political parties in Canada, they can do whatever the fuck they want with your data. So you might want to think about this stuff. Once again, I'll share a link to this article in the description of the video below. So you might want to consider, oh, who the fuck are really messing with your data, right? Who are the ones that are really propagating the political message and rhetoric in response to what they can gather, the kind of information they can gather about you, your likes, your dislikes, and all those aspects of your preferences, right? Next. Oh, this is the one I was telling you about. Sorry, it's not Fortune, it's Forbes magazine. Why are we only now talking about Facebook and elections? This one is, the contributor is Kalev Litaru. I'm not sure who this person is, but yeah, read through this article, folks. Let me just scroll down. Maybe I can read just a little bit here real quick to give you an idea what they're talking about. As I wrote earlier today, the story of Cambridge Analytica that the press, public, and elected officials seem to have fixated on is that of a rogue company run amok with breached data that manipulated unwitting Americans into electing the candidate of the company's choice. The company denies all of the allegations. A key thread of the narrative over the last 3 days has centered on the alleged impact of the company's data analysis on the 2016 presidential election, with the undertone that if true, the company's actions somehow represent something new and unsettling in using data to advance a political campaign. To add a bit of perspective to this debate, it is worth looking back at two key ways in which the Obama campaign pioneered the modern data-driven campaign that is at the center of the Cambridge Analytica debate. So, like I say, I'll put a link to this in the article, in the description of the video below. So you go ahead and read through it. Like I said, you can be informed properly. You can get proper education. Well, if you pay attention to the right people, you know, people that don't have a dog or pony in the race, people like myself that I'm just trying to give you some truth, some information, just trying to be logically and morally consistent for the rest of y'all, because we see out there on the political and media landscape while they're playing that Team A against Team B or the victimology and oppression bullshit, the oppression Olympics, right? As some people suggest. I'm just trying to help you out here, folks. Like I say, I don't benefit from it personally or socially. I don't benefit economically. I've never made a dime so far. So you can at least understand that, right? Que bono. What's the reason? Well, it's because I care about my freedoms tremendously, and I have children, and I hope to have grandchildren. So I care a whole lot about the future. Hey, that's my secret reason for doing what I do, right? I just happen to care about my offspring and myself and the fact that I got to live in this fucking world, in this current environment. And last but not least, there's another Quartz article that I think you really should read. It's called Facebook is Too Big to Fail by Mike Murphy, Hannah Kozlowska, Ashley Rodriguez, and Michael J. Corin. March 25th, 2018. But yeah, I'll post, like I say, I'll post a link to all this stuff. But read into it, folks. Okay, this is the kind of stuff you need to hear what these, whether they're pro free speech or against it. I want you to listen to the kind of information and rhetoric put forth and espoused by people from all areas of the political spectrum and all sides of the information wars. That's how you truly get educated. And that's how you should know that certain people are advocating truth, reason, logic, and consistency and moral stances in contrast to those that just want to make you think that it's their way or the highway. I always give, and I share, and I present the rhetoric and propaganda and opinion pieces from people that I definitely disagree with. But I do that so that you see that I'm not trying to misrepresent them. I'm just giving you another opinion. I'm just giving you what I perceive to be the truth, and I hope that you will take it upon yourself the task to weed through all the information that you get on a daily and ongoing basis and be principled in what you finally decide and determine is being truth, fully reported to you. And what's just political propaganda. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.